By the time March, April comes around, damn it, June, you could be at 100K a month, 50K a month, 30K a month. You can turn your annual income into your monthly income by summer if you start to meditation. Guys, meditation has changed my life. What is meditation? Meditation is when you become present. Meditation is when you get out of the past. You get out of the known past. And because there's no such thing as time in the quantum field, do you think that God has a 3 p.m., a 7 p.m.? No, God does not have a time. Time is infinite loop. Time is something that us humans have created so that we can live our day-to-day life, but it's also a constraint. So when you're in meditation, you're not in the past, you're not in the future, you're in the now. And the now is what? Unpredictable. It's unpredictable and it's scary. And that's why some people, they get afraid of meditation. But I'm talking about real meditation here. Like, I think there's two kinds of meditation, at least from my experience. I'm not an expert at this. One type of meditation is the person that says, DeAndre, I tried meditating. I put a little bit of, and this is me, by the way, so nothing wrong with this, okay? DeAndre, I put on meditation music and then I might meditate for 20 minutes. But then after that, my foot starts falling asleep. I get hungry. I need to go to the bathroom, or I get bored, or I can't do it. And then I go back to normal life. That right there is a superficial meditation. Nothing wrong with it. That's what I used to do. It wasn't that until I went to a Dr. Joe Dispenza event that I learned about real meditation. I'm talking about meditation where you pull your mind out of the body. You start to pull your mind out of the body. When you pull your mind out of the body and you start to hang out in the quantum field, in the nothingness, where you're nowhere, no time, nothing, you're not a person anymore. You're just pure consciousness. That's when you start to become the most present. You're not thinking about food. You're not thinking about your foot falling asleep. You just become one with source, one with the quantum field, one with God, however you want to talk about it, when you can pull your mind out of the body. Via meditation, we can install new thoughts into our brain's paradigm, right? Our programming, to look like we've already done it. And here's what the key is. You see, where can we actually start to implement change? Change starts in the present moment. And via meditation, we become present. We're not thinking about tomorrow or the bills or the sales calls or what you ate yesterday. We're not thinking about any of that shit. We become present. And in the present moment, we can start to implement new emotions. Remember, what are emotions again? It's the past known experiences. But what if you could do this? Let me ask you a question. What if you could reprogram your emotions or your body to feel something that you've never done before? And you start to feel it as if it's so real that you can feel it, touch it. Your eyes are getting teary-eyed because of the experiences that you're reliving, or that you're living, but yet you haven't experienced it yet. Imagine that. Imagine that. How cool would that be? Why is it that we go over particular goals? We go over particular goals because we want an experience. You don't want the money. You want the emotions that the money will bring to you. You don't want to just stare at a stack of money like this. Look at this. You just want to stare at a stack of money like that? No. You want the emotions that this stuff is going to bring to you. The freedom, the abundance, the ability to retire your parents, the feeling of what it's going to be like to live in your dream house or drive your dream car, to feel accomplished, to feel proud of yourself. That's what you want. You don't want this. You want the emotions and the experiences that come along with this. But who was to say that we can't experience those emotions now? Who was to say that we have to wait for the world to present this to us before we can feel the feeling of abundance, worthiness, and what it feels like to retire your parents, put your kids in a better school, and retire from your job and have a life of freedom? Who says we got to wait for this to show up before we have the feeling? See, if you ask that question, you're on track to something special happening into your life, because you can start to implement and experience those emotions before you ever touch it via your imagination. Your imagination is what God gave you. That's literally God living within you. The ability to create, you create with your emotions. And via meditation, you can imagine yourself living that dream life and start to actually feel as if you have it in the present moment. And you can start to experience it in the present moment. You know this, the mind cannot tell the difference between a real thing and something that's imagined. The mind cannot tell the difference between an imagination or something that's real. You know why that is? You don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. Let me repeat that one more time. You don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. If I was to say to you guys, close your eyes right now, close your eyes and reimagine what my studio looks like. For many of you, you would probably see me in a black shirt. You would see the red chair. You would see that little spinny thing that looks like it's hypnotizing you. And you would see the little colors in my background. And you see the camera moving back and forth. You remember the stack of money on my table. So you see, even though your eyes were closed, you still saw. Because you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. And instead of looking backwards in the past of, for example, looking at my studio, use it to go forwards and see the life that you want. But not just see it with your mind, experience and feel it with your heart. Thoughts are the language of the mind. Feelings are the emotion, are the language of the heart. You must have two things to change your life. And we'll talk about this on the next call. If you want to start to change your life, you need one, a clear intention. What is it that you want? You need to go into your mind and select from the catalog of life, what do you want? How much money do you want to earn? It's not good enough to just say, I want more money. Great, I'll give you $1, you have more money. 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, $1 million saved, $2 million saved, a house in the Hamptons, whatever the hell you want. What do you want? That's the first thing. But that's where most people hiccup and stop. You need a second thing. That is an elevated emotion. Sheesh, I think I'm going too hard on you guys right now. I think this might be a little too much. I think I'm going too hard on you. Like, whew. Drop a 3 in the chat if you think I'm going too hard on you right now, or if I'm spinning some for you guys. Hit that like button. That's right, guys. You need an elevated emotion. That is the secret. The secret is feeling. The secret is an elevated emotion. When you're imagining your dream life via your meditation, you're reconditioning your body for a new emotion. And you know what the cool thing about it is? It's an emotion you haven't experienced in the 3D world, in the physical world. It's something you're experiencing here. We learned a couple minutes ago that we don't see with our eyes, we see with our mind. So if we build such a vivid picture, a clear intention of what it looks like to achieve that goal, and then you raise the vibrations by starting to feel it, you raise and elevate your emotions, your body can't tell the difference. It starts to believe it as real. And like taking your body to the gym, you put on new muscles into your body, into your emotions that say, hey, I am a money magnet. Money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. And you start to become greater than your environment and greater than time. You guys feeling me right now? Are you hearing me? You become greater than time and greater than and greater than your environment. When I was sleeping on that couch, I didn't see myself as a broke 24-year-old that was living on a credit card. I saw myself as somebody earning $100,000 a month. I saw it. I felt it. I envisioned it. And less than 60 days later, it was sitting in my bank account. I earned $100,000 in 17 days. I never earned that in 5 years. You can't tell me that was a coincidence. You can't tell me that was chance. You can't tell me that just I stumbled across it. No, I stumbled across these two things: a clear intention and an elevated emotion. That's what I stumbled across. And if I can do it, that means you can do it. With right now, with what you have, with the information, in the same environment, with the same phone, right now, you can change your life. By the time March, April comes around, damn it, June, you could be at 100K a month, 50K a month, 30K a month. You can turn your annual income into your monthly income by summer if you start to have a clear intention with an elevated emotion. And you start to train your body, like training your muscles, right? You go to the gym, you train your muscles, train your body to have the emotions of the wish fulfilled. And if you're going to do it in your conscious mind, it's not going to work. How many of us are writing goals or writing goals or writing goals or writing goals? And it's like you're not really seeing the results because your conscious mind doesn't speak to the body. Just writing it down and using this intellectual mind doesn't speak the language of the body. You have to speak the language of the body. Well, what is the language of the body? I mentioned it earlier. Elevated emotions. You see, if you just simply write your goal and you see your goal, you're speaking the language of thoughts, the language of the mind. But you got to speak the language of the heart, which is feelings. Way better. Repetition of the same thoughts and emotion in the meditation are key to planting the new software. Here, write this down. I would have a notebook, guys. By the way, guys, people pay me a lot of money for this. People pay me to work with me one-on-one with your company is $30,000 for 3 months. If you're in my group session, group calls, it's $10,000 for 6 months. I'm giving you this for free. So I would have a notebook if I were you. Check this out. Write this down. Here's the key. You must train your body emotionally. You don't train the body with the thoughts and writing your goals down and I'm so happy and grateful I'm a millionaire. No, affirmations don't work. You must train your body emotionally. Like you train for muscles, train the body for emotions. What the future will feel like before it ever becomes manifest. You must train this body of yours to feel the emotions of your goal before it has become manifest. Well, how do you do that? It's in the quantum field. The quantum field is the way in which you train.